So good morning students. In the last class we were discussing about the kingdom Protista. Okay. That is the second kingdom. Kingdom Protista. So in this kingdom Protista, all the members of the all the living organisms, they are single-celled eukaryotes. What they are, or else we can also say they are unicellular eukaryotes. Okay. The next thing here, there is these are some of the protists are the photosynthetic protists. Means they are depending on the sunlight, or they are preparing their food through the sunlight. Except this, there are some groups of the protists are there. There are how many groups? Means there are five groups are there. That first one is chrysophytes. Second, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime-mouths, and protozoans. Okay, these are the five groups of kingdom protists. First, we will see about the first group, that is the chrysophytes. First one is chrysophytes. So here, chrysophytes, these groups includes the diatoms. Diatoms, this is one type of protist. Okay, here it includes that diatoms. It includes diatoms. Okay, diatoms, then and golden algae. Golden algae, which the algae whose color will be golden in color, and that is considered under the not in the plant kingdom but in the Protista kingdom. Okay, so this golden algae, which is also known as the desmides. What it is also known as? It is also known as the desmides. Okay, the next thing here, they are found in fresh water as well as in marine water. Next point, found in fresh and marine water. Yesterday I told you the meaning of fresh and marine. Okay, such as water bodies such as lakes, ponds, rivers, and all. There is an absence of salt content. So that we can call it as the fresh water. Okay, marine means which has the salt content, and that is the marine water. Protists, I told you in the last class also, protists are the aquatic animals. Most of them will found in the water. Okay, some of them are fresh water and some of them are marine water. They are microscopic, means we cannot see with our naked eyes. They are microscopic. And one more thing, they float passively on the water surface. Okay, float passively on water surface, or passively in water currents, and that organism which are floating on the water surface, they are known as the planktons. Okay, water currents, and such an protist is known as the planktons. See here, this is the water body. Here, the water bodies, they will float. For example, this is the dinoflagellate, like this. It will be not like this much big one. They are microscopic, very smaller. For your understanding, I am showing you here that it is very smaller one, and which are floating on the surface of water bodies, and these are known as the planktons. Whatever the organism which floats on the water surface, to them we can call it as the planktons. And here this diatoms or golden algae, they are the planktons. Okay, so most of them are photosynthetic. means depending on the sunlight for their food. Photosynthetic means they are outdoor growths. Okay, most of them are photosynthetic. Okay, depending on sunlight. The next here in diatoms, especially in diatoms, what happens means listen here carefully. In diatoms, the cell walls form too thin in diatoms. Cell wall forms too thin overlapping shells such as see diatoms their cell wall is forming two shells like this. Their cell walls, not whole body, their cell walls are going to form the shells which are overlapping one above the other. This is one cell wall means this is the another cell wall. Okay, so these two shells are overlapping over one another. One is the epitheca. One shell name is the epitheca. This this is the hypotheca, and this is the epitheca. Here, these are the two shells. Epitheca is overlapping. See, for example, this is the hypotheca and this is the epitheca. Their epitheca is overlapping over the hypotheca. Okay, this epitheca, this is the epitheca and this is the hypotheca. They are overlapping over the one another. If they are overlapping in this way, means their cell wall is going to form a there is a formation just like a soap box. Okay, soap box means where you will keep the soap. Okay, you have seen, familiar with the soap box. So their cell walls, by overlapping over one another, they are forming like a structure of soap box. In whom? That is in diatoms. Who is going to form this soap box like formation? That is the cell wall. Okay, so which fit together as in a soap box. You can see here, it is just like a soap box. So, which fits together as in a soap box. In which protist? That is in the and one more thing here, the walls of the cell wall of diatoms are embedded or there is a presence of silica. What it is present here in the wall of this diatom, there is a presence of which chemical component? That is the silica. What is present? It is silica, and due to the presence of silica, these walls will become indestructible. Means they cannot destroy. In any condition, they cannot destroy. Okay. So, due to the deposition of silica in their cell wall, the cell wall will become indestructible. Means which cannot be destroyed easily. Okay, understand? See, in diatoms, the cell wall will form two thin overlapping shells. That two thin overlapping shells is the epitheca and a hypotheca. How they are arranged? They are arranged together in the form of soap box. And that cell wall is embedded with a silica. Due to the presence of silica, the cell wall will become indestructible, means they cannot destroy, they cannot get damaged. Okay, so it will become indestructible. So here what happens means, it's a diagrams. diatoms have left behind a large amount of silica in the earth or on the earth. Large amount of cell wall deposit. Large amount of cell wall deposit. Cell wall deposit in their habitat. And their accumulation over billions of years, it is known as that Earth will become diatomaceous Earth. See, now listen here. What happens means diatoms, I told you, this is the diatoms. Their cell wall will have the silica. Okay, understand? These are aquatic, they are present in the water bodies. And diatoms, especially, it will be present at the bottom or in the depth of the water. This is the diatoms. What happens in the cell wall? There is a presence of silica. This already I told you. So what happens if diatoms will die? Diatoms has completed their lifespan, so they will become die. So their cell wall will have the that is the silica, so which is indestructible. The cell wall will remain on that particular earth only, like that only. Okay, because it is indestructible. For what? Due to the presence of silica. The body will die of protist. The cell is going to die, but the cell wall will not die. Okay, because there is an silica. That cell wall will deposit in that particular area. Okay, wherever the diatoms will be there, they will deposit. Means they will remain like that only. Okay, their cell wall will remain like that only or deposit in that particular area like that only. So that deposit after billion of years, this earth or whatever this soil which is present in this soil, on this earth will become, or this earth we can call it as the diatomaceous earth. Understanding? Once again I will tell you, diatoms belongs to the group chrysophytes, which comes under the kingdom protist. Here the diatoms, in their cell wall there will be presence of silica. Due to the presence of silica, the cell wall will become hard and undestroyable. That cannot be damaged, that cannot be destroyed. That cell wall is not going to die. It will be remaining like that only. If you keep for billion years ago also, if you see in that particular soil or in that particular area, you will find the cell wall of diatoms. Okay, so here that is going to deposit like that only. In what? In that particular earth. Okay, so that accumulation of that particular cell wall in that particular earth after billion years, that earth we can call it as the diatomaceous earth. What it is known as? It is known as the diatomaceous earth. So this diatomaceous earth will be asked for 2 marks. What is meant by, or what is the diatomaceous earth? This will ask for 2 marks. In that condition, you have to write this point and this point. That much is enough. Okay. 2 marks ke question. Okay. This point and this point is required. Okay. The next here, this soil, whatever the soil over here, this soil, this is in which the cell wall has been deposited. Now this soil will become gritty. Gritty means somewhat rough. Okay, this soil will become gritty, and that of what? Of that particular diatomaceous earth, this soil will become gritty. This soil is used in polishing. Then filtration of oils. Then oils and syrups. This soil can be used in polishing any leather material or any metal, anything. Okay, for polishing that they will use this soil, which is very gritty due to the presence of what? Silica. The next, filtration of oils and syrups. Okay, the soil of diatomaceous earth used in the polishing and filtration of oils and syrups. Okay, so this is about what? About the chrysophytes. Okay, the next we will go for the second group, that is the Dinoflagellates. So let's see about that one. Second one, the second group of kingdom Protista, it is Dinoflagellates. Okay, here Dinoflagellates are mostly marine and photosynthetic. They will be found only in salty waters, not in fresh water. Okay, and they are photosynthetic. Dinoflagellate mostly marine and photosynthetic. Okay, the next here they appear yellow, green, brown, blue or red in color. So many colors are there. How diatoms or the chrysophytes will appear only in golden color. Chrysophytes golden color illi these dinoflagellates have varieties of colors. And what are that colors? Means they appear yellow, red, blue, brown. Okay, they appear in all this color, and this color is going to bear by the presence of certain pigments. On the basis of pigments, they will show the different colors. This is the dinoflagellate. They have the stiff plates, and that plates are the present on the cell wall like this. Okay, like this it will be, and these plates which are present on the cell wall, these plates we can call it as the cellulosic plates or cellulose plates. See, already in the last classes I had told you that cellulose is the chemical component of plant cell wall. Okay, it is present in the plant cell wall. Here you will find this is the cell wall. In the cell wall, there will be presence of certain plates. These are the plates, and the plates are made up of what? Cellulose plates. Okay, and as well as there is a presence of two flagella. Flagella, I told you, they are the locomotory organelles or locomotory structures. If flagella is present, that particular organism can move from one place to another place. Okay, flagella, which is a tail-like structure. Here, it is present in this dinoflagellates. There is a presence of two flagella. One which is lying transversely like this. Okay, this flagella we can call it as the transverse flagella. And one more flagella is there which lies longitudinally like this. Okay, two flagella are there. One is transverse flagella and one more is the longitudinal flagella. Okay, the next this transverse flagella and the longitudinal flagella, they are present on the cell wall plates. You can see. And transverse flagella, in between the two cell walls, there is a presence of one furrow. Okay, or just like one depression is there. From there, the transverse flagella is going to arise. And from in between the cell wall plates, the longitudinal flagella is going to arise. Okay, the next, the flagella of dinoflagellates produces a spinning movements. These two flagella, it will produce a spinning movements. Spinning movements means you had plate with a top. Okay, top means like this it will be. Okay, that is the top. So how this top will move or going to rotate? So like that only, this flagella is going to cause the movement in the dinoflagellates, and that movement we can call it as the spinning movement, which is caused by what? Which is caused by this flagella. Okay, the next thing here, the dinoflagellates, here they had given some examples with certain properties. Here I will write. Marine dinoflagellates. One example is marine dinoflagellates like a Noctulica, like a Noctulica. This is an example of marine, means the dinoflagellates which lives in the salty waters such as oceans and seas. One example is there, that it is Noctulica. This Noctulica, these are some of the specialized dinoflagellates. They will show a property of bioluminescence. What it will show? It will show a property of bioluminescence. It show a property that is bioluminescence. What is meant by this bioluminescence means? The property, or this is the ability of a living organism to light, okay, from their body. From some of the aquatic organisms are going to produce the light from their body. Okay, ray fish is there. Okay, some other organisms are also going to produce the light. Why they are going to produce the light from their body? They are present at the depth of the oceans or seas, where the sunlight cannot penetrate. The sunlight rays cannot go till that depth. So that's why they are producing their own light. Okay, that property we can call it as the bioluminescence. It is the emission of, what is bioluminescence? This may also ask for 1 mark. Okay, emission, the property of emission of light from living organisms. Not all dinoflagellates will have this property. Only certain marine dinoflagellates. One example is Noctulica. By writing this definition, we can write the example that it is the Noctulica. Okay. The next one more example is there about the dinoflagellate that we will see here. Red dinoflagellates. Some of the dinoflagellates will be red in color. Okay. Red dinoflagellates, such as example Gonulox. What it is? It is Gonulox. So this will undergo rapid multiplication. Gonulox, this will undergo rapid multiplication. As they are red in color, they will divide very rapidly. Multiplication means reproduction. Okay, their body divides very rapidly. So their number is also going to increase in the ocean or seas. They are marine organisms. Okay, if they are, their number is going to increase in more, then what happens means that particular sea will become totally red in color. Okay, that sea will appear red in color. See, and make the sea appear, makes the sea appear red in color. Red. Appear red, and this is known as the whatever we see which appears red in color, so that we can call it as the red tides. What it is called as? It is called as the red tides. This will also ask for to mark what is red tides. Here red dinoflagellates such as Gonulox undergo rapid multiplication. They will make the sea appear red, and which is known as the red tides. Okay, and this Gonulox, which is red in color, they will secrete or they will release some toxins. Toxins means what? Poisonous substances into the sea. Okay, after releasing that poisonous substance or toxins into the sea, there whatever the other organisms such as small fishes, whatever the small organisms in that particular sea, they will start to die. Okay, here toxins released by such members such as red dinoflagellates and all, that is going to kill the other aquatic organism in that particular sea. So this is about what? About the dinoflagellates. Okay, the next third group, that it is the euglenoids. Third one, it is euglenoids. Euglenoids. Here, the euglenoids, majority of the euglenoids are freshwater organisms found in the stagnant water. What they are? Majority of them are euglenoids are freshwater organisms, means which found in the ponds, river, lakes and all. Okay, freshwater organisms. Especially they are found in the stagnant water. Stagnant means standing water. Okay, small water bodies will be there, which are continuously standing in one area only or one place only. That is the stagnant water. Found in fresh water, or they are the freshwater organism found in stagnant water. Okay, the next thing here, instead of cell wall, see, I will draw. See, for euglenoid, example is euglena. This is the euglena. Here, instead of cell wall, there will be no cell wall. But what it will be there in place of euglena means, here in place of euglena, there is a presence of a protein-rich layer, and that protein-rich layer is known as the pellicle. This is not the cell wall, but this is the protein-rich layer. And this layer is known as the pellicle. Why cell wall is absent and why the pellicle is present means, pellicle will provide a flexibility to the body of euglena. Okay, it provides flexible, which makes their body flexible. Makes body flexible. What is that particular layer? It is pellicle, and there is no cell wall. Absence of cell wall. In place of cell wall, protein-rich layer is there, which is known as the pellicle. And they also have two flagella. Okay, see here, which is present at the anterior of their body, and one more is lying outside the body. Two flagellas are there. This is one and this is the another flagella. How many are there? Two flagella are there, which makes the body to move from one place to another. And here this is the short flagella, and one more, that is the long flagella. Then except this, they are photosynthetic in the presence of sunlight. See here, they are photosynthetic. Obviously, photosynthetic means in the presence of sunlight only they can photosynthesize. Photosynthetic in presence of sunlight. But what happens during the absence of sunlight? Okay, see, during the absence of sunlight, they will become heterotrophs. Here, when sunlight is present, they will be autotrophs, means preparing their own food. If sunlight is not there, in dark and all, how they will feed, or what is the mode of nutrition? They will become heterotrophs. On whom they are dependent means they will eat the small organisms in water. So here the pigments, I am telling, they are photosynthetic. What are that pigments? For photosynthesis, they require some pigments. What are pigments? Means the pigments are similar to the plants. To the plants, and what are the pigments means, such as chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. These pigments which are present in the plants, that pigments only we will found here in the euglena. Okay, so this is about what? About the euglenoids. Next we will go for the next group, that it is the slime molds. Fourth one, pipes. Water which feeds on dead and decaying matter. Decaying means which can degrade easily. Okay. See here, they are saprophytic protists. Okay. The next, here the cell wall is absent. In whom? In the slime molds. Cell wall is absent. If cell wall is absent, absence of cell wall, this is a characteristic feature of animal cell, where there is no cell wall. Okay. So this is a link between the protist and the animal, because they are sharing the same character of animal. Okay. So here cell wall is absent. In whom? In the slime molds. The next, their body moves along the decaying twigs and leaves, as they are feeding on the dead and decaying matter. Decaying matter over here, it will come twigs, leaves, fruits, rotten fruits, okay, and all these. So their body, however, see, if this is the earth, on this earth, are the plants and all. Okay. So all the leaves are going to shed over here, leaves, twigs, all whatever the garbage of what? Of the plants. So if these are the slime molds, so these slime molds will decay, will feed on them. Okay, these are the leaves, twigs, flowers, whatever which are falling from the trees. Okay, that will decay very easily. Decay means they are going to emerge into the soil. Okay, so here, so as these leaves and all, they will move inside the soil. See, for example, they will move till here, leaves and all, they will move. Like that only, the slime molds also, they will move. Means their body moves along with the decaying twigs and leaves. For what purpose? For food purpose. So here under suitable condition, they will aggregate. Aggregate means under suitable condition, they will form a group like this. And this aggregation or grouping of many slime molds at one particular region, this we can call it as the plasmodium. When they are going to aggregate? Under suitable condition. Here I will write under suitable condition. Slime molds will aggregate, and that aggregation we can call it as the plasmodium. Okay, so which may grow and which may grow continuously, and it may spread to a certain fields. The next thing here, see, under suitable condition they will aggregate, but what about under unsuitable condition or unfavorable condition? Means they will produce. For example, these are the bodies of the plasmodium or the slime molds. These bodies we can call it as the fruiting bodies. Fruiting bodies. So these fruiting bodies will produce the spores under unfavorable condition. And these spores are responsible for what? For reproduction under unfavorable conditions. So this is about what? About the slime molds. In next class, I will continue with the protozoan. Then we will go for the kingdom fungi. Okay. Thank you. Which book you are referring?